both my Cowboys and my Nets, right? I'm not gonna do two videos. I felt like it's more simpler and easier to break down both games in this one video, right? And it's very simple for both games. You know what I mean? Obviously, of course, two different sports, but it's still very simple. And this is what happened. First, I'm gonna talk about my Cowboys and how they disappointed me, pissed me off, upset, all type of things, right? So going into the game, we were the better team. I still believe we are the better team, but last night after the game, we were not, because the end result was a loss, right? And in that loss, we did not, like, in that game, excuse me, we did not come prepared. It seemed like, you know what I mean? And some people want to make it a big deal between Mike McCarthy, coming back to Lambeau Field and how he was, interacting with Aaron and all of that. That has nothing to do with it. In my opinion, I feel as though it's just that our defense did not step up. We could not stop him. The ball, dang it, the receiver, I forgot his name, but he had three touchdowns. Like, come on now, our secondary was getting cooked. And not only that, it's just that we couldn't stop Aaron. Like, you know what I mean? He just was looking like prime Aaron. He wasn't looking like the Aaron that we saw in the Lions game, in which I was going to clown, and now I look like a clown because my team didn't handle their job. But yeah, man, that's just what happened. And also, Dak, you can't throw two interceptions. One, I feel as though it wasn't his fault, was the CD one, right? And even before that, I was saying that wasn't Dak's fault. It looked like you can just tell by watching the game, looking at the play, you saw that CD didn't like fully, do his route. And also, when I was looking on Twitter, it was a couple of analysts that played the game said the same thing. That wasn't on Dak, but either way, it still happened. He still threw two interceptions. And also, after those two interceptions, they were able to score. Like, that's what happens, man, in the NFL. You cannot turn the ball over, because playing against good quarterbacks like them, if they execute on your defense, that's what can happen. Like, and that's what they did, and as they should. You turn the ball over, you gotta make it. And that's what happened with us, right? Our defense didn't get much turnovers. I mean, like we did get two. We did get the fumbles by the special teams, and the fumble from Aaron Rodgers. But other than that, we didn't hold up. Like, this is not the Cowboys defense that I saw going into this game. It's just like, we got to do better. And then, no excuses, but on that 4th and 3 pass to CD Lamb, he was interfered with. That should have been a pass interference. But hey, man, it's can't cry over spilled milk. It's done and over with. We lost, and it's basically on our fault. We had a lot of penalties as well, and we couldn't stop the run either. We gave up 200 rushing yards. Like, come on, man, you're gonna lose up against any team in the NFL like that. You give up 200 rushing yards. Cannot do that. And that's just what happened. That's what it was. And everybody wants to talk about that 4th and 3 play where he should have kicked the 53-yard field goal. If he misses, we end up in the same position. So just that you got to come out better. I don't understand how you're not prepared for a game like this. Nobody's going to hand it to you. We've seen this happen with Buffalo and Minnesota. We saw this with Buffalo against the Jets. They were the favorites going in those games, but you see what the end result was. Any given Sunday, it can happen. And now we play Minnesota, who just came off of a good win yesterday against Buffalo. They're fired up. You know what I mean? They amped up. They ready to go. So we better be ready. You can't fuck around. It's just as simple as that. We have to execute. We have to find ways to win. And of course, we got to do better on all angles, offensively and defensively, and also we got to try to work on our penalties. You know what I mean? Because that plays into a game as well. But there you have it. That's what it is, man. It's as simple as that. can't give up the ball, and you can't give up 200 rushing yards. It's like going in, like I said, going in, we were amongst the top teams against the run. But enough of that. Let's talk about my Nets and the display they did last night. No excuse. We didn't have Kyrie. Didn't know Seth. Ben didn't play. Left knee soreness. I think it's just management, But hey, man, no excuses. We lost that game. They were out. They were without LeBron, right? And this is the simplest form. We were out rebound, not by much, but we were still out rebounded. We couldn't shoot for a fucking lick. And how ironic that we go up against a team in the Lakers that couldn't shoot for a lick, but they look like the team that can shoot. Like, it looked like the total opposite. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, Lakers and shooting, you get my point. And then the Nets only shot 25% from three. It's like no excuse, but I think like we coming off a back-to-back. I think guys were tired, winded or whatever. No excuse, but it's just like, yo, this is a team you have to win. This is a game you have to win. Like, it's just as simple as that. Like, and then Claxton went down. He got hurt. He got something with his eye, so that also could have been a factor. But even then, Anthony Davis was still cooking. So we couldn't defend nothing. We couldn't defend a fucking stick. Lonnie Walker was hooping. Russell Westbrook did his thing. Not that much scoring, but he still impacted the game. It's just like, you got to do better. You got to do better. And also the NBA, you got to do better. Like all of this commotion with Kyrie, and then he meets with the commissioner. He meets with and it still meets with the team's GM. And there's still work to do. I mean, come on, man. Yeah, like the brother. I ain't even gonna say, what I mean. It's too much political, but I ain't gonna say. But yeah, like he did a crime. Like, come on, man. It's like, and then y'all went through all of these things to come to figure out that he's not anti-Semitic. It's like, get real. Come on, man. Kyrie should be playing by now. Like, but it is what it is, I don't know. I'm not in the NBA. I don't know what is going on, but just from outside looking in, it looks ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Kyrie should be playing. It's like, come on, man. But we know what the fuck going on. If you know, you know. But yeah, man, Nets got to do better. We're going up against the Kings tomorrow. They're not a slouch. They just beat the Warriors. And got to do better. Hopefully we can get our shooting up under us, and hopefully we can do better defensively, man. We need to. It's a long season, but you still need to win the winnable games. And that's that. Hopefully we can get Seth back, Ben back, and just regroup. I'm pretty sure they're gonna figure it out. And that's that, man. Damn, both of my teams.